Awesome. So we're starting off with some recognition. We have some beastly points on the board. Many people hitting Success Club 10 already, and others 5. And those that are still not giving up the fight and putting in the points no matter what, after Laura and Molly did their rock and call last week, which I don't believe was recorded. Was it, Molly? No, that's okay. And but there was definitely a call to action at the end of that. And I talked to Molly this afternoon, and one of the things that she said was people were pumping out those scripts that Laura was sharing that she was using, and just messaging people and following up with them. And obviously from their team, I see some points of gradual growth, and if nothing else, just getting out of the comfort zone and doing it. And that is huge. See my shirt? I picked it out just for you guys. Hold nothing back. Boom. Because I have to take that advice myself. I'm just telling you now. Okay, look, I can't live with my head cut off any longer. But anyway, that was what I really was just excited to hear. And one of the things that Molly and I had also shared, and I think if you guys saw the group post, was just the fact that connecting here is just a good thing. And it's just something that we need to, make a habit of doing. Molly, did you tell me somebody new is Emerald? Can you unmute yourself? Because I can't remember. I wrote down Emerald, but I know the importance of getting to Emerald was one of the things that you wanted to talk about, but I didn't know if that was somebody that had gotten to Emerald.
No, I just said that we had mentioned last week. I just felt like it was a good call because we have a lot of new coaches on here, and I feel like the significance of getting Success Club 5 and 10 and being at Emerald is huge. And I just, Erica's not on here, but I think that she's been a good example of, and Lauren too, for, I guess she's not on here either, but, once they got to Emerald, it seems like it's hard to get to Emerald, and, it is if you don't have another coach and it's kind of scary to put your significant under you because you're just like, well, that's more money I'm putting out or whatever. But the thing is, you really do get all that back really quickly once you start hitting Success Club 10 with those numbers. And I think that it's huge to just kind of make that a priority.
Absolutely.
Or at least getting Success Club 5, this month, and then seeing, there's a lot of, like, Laura Wright has been, like, super brave reaching out to people, and Stephanie, the same thing. And Lisa was doing that a lot last month too. And it is scary to try it, but I think, the call to action last week to reach out to people has really given some people some confidence. And, it's scary for us to reach out for people too. I mean, I have my list. I want to, not to like take over or anything, but I have
I want you to take over.
I want to show you guys what I did. I had printed out my Facebook list, and I think that was one of the call to actions after last week. And I think that if you haven't done it, I think it's really important because I have all these pages. And one time I tried to go through my Facebook list online, my friends, and that was, oh my gosh, I got so overwhelmed. But just having this, and since we talked, because I know I said I reached out to 20 Monday, 20 Tuesday, and 20 Wednesday. And then I got like super overwhelmed with all of the replies, and I went off my script and gave them so much information, which in the past I realized, you don't need to be like giving them a whole book, which I did the first couple ones on that script. Oh my God, excuse me.
That's like recorded, just so you know, we do have that one for you.
That was like a talk burp. But anyway, we honed the script down a little bit, and I know Laura had shared with what hers was, and then I went back to like, why am I giving all this extra information when that never worked for me before, and whatever. But I wanted to just show you real quick on here what I did was like I just highlighted. I mean, you don't even need to like really. I just highlighted the people that I had reached out to that had gotten back to me saying, great. And I had I don't even want to waste time and count, but I probably had like 20 people out of the 60 immediately say, yeah, I'd love it. That's great. Thank you for reaching out to me. Yes, I've been thinking about something. So I was kind of shocked about how many people, because usually when I, go back and forth with people, it's not like this kind of cold, me reaching out. So that's been very new for me. And then I kind of did like a number 1, 2, 3, 4. I had number 1 was reach out. Number 2 was ask for email. And when I asked them, after they said yes, I said, hey, shoot me your email. And also, do you have any fitness goals that you're working on? Because before I sent the next script, to their email, I really didn't want to say to somebody who's like, yeah, I'm going to train for like a marathon. I didn't want to tell them, oh, try the 21-day fix. It's great to lose like, a bunch of weight or whatever. And they didn't have any weight to lose or whatever it was, and a couple of people, I got up with this one girl who seemed to be all about CrossFit. And then I had a conversation with Laura and then one of her coaches. Wait, is she a coach? No, maybe she's not a coach. One of her challengers about CrossFit and how, like what program would kind of be good for her because she's still doing CrossFit and whatever. So I thought that was like, I kind of thought it was good to maybe say, what are your goals? Because I've gotten a lot of really good conversations. And then I was able to go back to say today and say, hey, yeah, I have like an awesome program that will get you bikini ready, or I have a great program for, you want to get back into riding. So this might be good for this or whatever. But I'll be honest with you, after all this, I haven't had anyone say like that next step, like, hey, I want to do it. So I was kind of the last couple days like scared to reach out again because I felt like, okay, I gave the email. We already had our conversation. So now I'm just going to like pretend like I have nothing else to say to them. So I'll just go on to next people. But right before we got on the call, I went through every single one of these people that had said, I'll give you my email. And they did. I went through every single one and just did a short little, hey girl, let me tell you exactly what I wrote because it was really short and I felt good about it. I just said, hey, I just wanted to check in to see if you had a chance to read my email and check out the fitness group. No pressure. If it's not for you, just let me know what you think. So I just kind of was just like, asked them a specific question and said, let me know. If you're out, you're out.
Sure.
Who cares? If they're out, then I'm not going to contact them anymore, And obviously they weren't insulted that I reached out to them in the first place.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and I kind of made a note on here why, like if they didn't, one girl was in a fit club, one girl was like, no thanks, I'm doing something else. But, I'm not going to like put this away because I feel like if I ever have a free group and I do it as an event, I might just like tag them in it and just say, free group, would you like to be in it? Because you just never know. And then it makes me kind of think, well, maybe I should have like invited all these people to a free group before I said my whole spiel about a program. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll do that with I haven't been through all these things, so maybe I'll try that again.
Well, I would suggest not selling yourself short and thinking that right off the bat. I definitely like the second backup plan as a free group because I think why not hit them in the beginning with that? Because that's the proven stuff that's going to give them the results that they're looking for based on whatever it is they told you that they want. So, to me.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm confident in our program. So, and at the end of my email, I actually put some before and after pictures in there. I said, this is a few of our challengers. This is the results they've been getting, like including mine. So, it's the real deal. So, and they've seen me. I mean, it's the people that have been watching me anyway. Because, they all kind of mention like, yeah, that'd be great. And, kick me in the butt. I need accountability or whatever. So
you mentioned when you had your list and you were tracking them that you were numbering them 1 through 4. What were the 3 and the 4? I missed that.
1 was reaching out.
Right.
2 was asking for their email and their goals.
Right.
3 was I sent the email.
Okay.
Because some people haven't gotten back to me after I said, hey, send me your email. It's still like, and I might even go back to them and say, like maybe later in the week, say, hey, just wanted to just check in to see if about that email or, something just to like ask them for their email one more time. And then I'll kind of cross them off. And then 4 was follow up, meaning I sent out that last, hey girl message.
Okay. Now, I question, and maybe Laura would be able to answer this. She seems to have done it a lot more. Do you find that there is a loss of communication? I'm a terrible email checker. So do you feel like it's not as quick to go back and forth with somebody via email? I mean, because I know that people are suggesting that in different trainings to get them off of Facebook and get their email. And I love that idea. But like Molly went back and followed up with them, I just always find I'm better at a text or a quick message than I am at checking my email box just because it's stuck with other stuff. How is your, I guess, I don't want to say like, it's kind of like, is there a ratio where you feel like you're losing some people or not so much?
I could be missing it. I don't see the point of doing the emails. I did them because that's what the call that I was on said to do. Mm-hmm. And I sent that really long email, which was way too long, too much information.
Right.
So I only did 3 of those. I did not get, all 3 messaged me back. But they were all doing something else, I think, like Weight Watchers or already doing the gym thing and weren't interested at the time. So I've stopped doing that. I'm just doing it through email now. And I've also gone back to what I did last month, which was. Wait
a minute. You said you're just doing it through email now?
No. I'm sorry. Through Facebook message.
Okay.
Yes. And I went back to my original Hey Girl message. Okay. Because it worked for me last month. I got a good number of points, and it worked. So I figured, why should I mess with something that's working?
Absolutely. Okay. Cool.
Laura, will you share your Hey Girl message in our team page?
Yeah, and I think it's the same one that Molly, because basically I think Molly and I kind of tweaked it and came up with our own. Like I got one from somebody that on one of the pages who shared something. I sent it to Molly. Molly tweaked it, and I liked hers better. So we're kind of doing a mixture of basically 3 together. But I'll share it. Molly, you share what yours is too, and we'll see if it's.
Yeah, I still haven't, because I know Laura Wright had asked me earlier, and I've just been crazy. But I want to put together just in a quick document, from the beginning to, all the way down. But I think I need to go back and look at my email or my Facebook messages too, because I had better luck when I kept it on Facebook. But I feel like the email, I don't know, I can write a little bit more without it being overwhelming, because I do want to be upfront with all the stuff, I'll do a little script too and just say what I've shown, and then we can all just decide from there.
Because I agree, the script was so long, and I totally see why we needed to move it from Facebook message to email. And I'm finding that people are responding. I've only done it to 6 people, but I too want to shorten that. Because I know myself, I'd be like, huh?
Delete, or I wouldn't read it. That's what it'd be too long.
But just to get that conversation going. I mean, the other thing is people are working from their phone. So email, Facebook message, it's all right there.
But I've got an ugly amount of messages in my inbox. Man, that's not even funny. But no, that's why I asked. That's good. And I'm sure everybody kind of is a little different. Any of you guys that were on the call last week with Molly and Laura that were new at really sharing it and did that last week? Stephanie, are you saying yeah with your hand, or are you just, you can unmute yourself. I want to hear.
I have been doing more verbal outreach. Just some people who maybe kind of know what I'm doing, and they start asking some questions, or they say, oh, I'm on this diet, or this is what I ate today. So there's a few people at work that I've talked with. I just went back to work today after a 2-week recovery from surgery. So I approached a few people that kind of chatting with even before I went out. But since our talk last week, I've had some verbal interactions with some people. So just kind of taking my time. And then I said, well, hey, since you're interested, let me send you additional information. And then I went ahead and I did send it in an email just because it was a lot of detail. questions. And so I have one person who definitely is interested and wants to start with just a 21-day fix. And then I have a couple other people that are kind of, they want more information. So I'm just kind of giving them more information and then letting them sit with it for a little bit. So I definitely am in a position of worrying about putting too much pressure on people. So I'm trying to figure out the fine line of that.
And I think you'll know when the time is to push a little harder. I mean, you know the people better than we would know the people. You know what I mean? And they know you, and they know whether or not you're being authentic. So I'm sure that you'll definitely pick up on it. I think that's awesome. That's good. Sounds like out of the comfort zone. Good, like verbal conversations. It's so easy for me to get stuck behind the messaging that talk. I mean, I can talk, obviously, but I mean, for real, it's, I think that's awesome because that's genuine, real talk. And people, not to say they buy into it, but I think that, you know, they're more active in regards to that to respond to you, and they're going to see you. So they can't like duck and hide from you.
Right. All right. It's easier for me to kind of talk about it and get excited about it. Just to kind of have a casual conversation. And then I've really been trying to teach myself a lot about some of the, I think people will be interested in, that I don't want to, all caught up in the whole nutrient part of the shake, but I've seen how much it has helped me and it's helped my partner. And now we're talking about adding my daughter under me and getting a third shake.
Hey, heck yeah.
Kids. So it just benefited it much. So I really like just talking about it, and people are interested in questions. So I have an easier time with that. But I do want to reach out to some people. I think I'd rather do Facebook Messenger instead of people through email. And I'm trying to figure out like the easiest way to not do message. I think I missed a script from you guys, Molly, that was getting reach out. I don't know how I didn't.
I'll do that. I'll do it by tomorrow morning because I do want to like not do. I was like, I'm cutting myself off at 9 because my brain's not stopping. But yeah, I will definitely share that, and I can share real quick like the first part. But I do want to kind of get the whole thing in there. I would just like to say one more thing. I think that's really important is to continue to share on your Facebook pages what this stuff is doing for you, or the little things. I know Lisa Blagus has been like doing a great job at that, like rock star level of posting stuff. And I think people like will see that you're not going anywhere, and that it's real, and it's not like some like weird, like join me and buy my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I think everyone's being really authentic because we all are like really getting real results from this. You know what I mean? I don't think any of us in this group are like, would ever be the kind of people who are like, we're also cautious about like being weird about it anyway. But I think we genuinely are all getting like, it's changed our life for the better. Mm-hmm. So I think we just need to, be brave and, maybe take a look at Lisa's page or her like Sure Fit Mama page or whatever. I mean, it's like, it's kind of like unapologetic, but not in like a salesy way. You know what I mean? It's just like, here's what I'm doing and I love it, and Laura's been really, really good about that. And she's had some crazy people liking her posts too. I think Shailene Johnson liked one of her posts and something else, there was some other, I just think it's cool. But I mean, I just think I've got to be better at posting because I think I'm like sporadic again about stuff, and it's just like feels like one more thing I have to do. But I think it works, just a little bit by little bit, just showing people you're not going anywhere and that it has changed your life and it's making you feel better. And I know maybe Allison, you could pick up here and talk about the how we want to kind of tie this into the 22-minute hardcore, because most of us are doing that.
Yeah, and we really did, because I think that was one of the things when Molly decided that she wanted to do this group for coaches. It was a really good opportunity, not for us all to just be in a group together, but for us to be able to be real with what we're doing. And it just honestly, genuinely comes up with stuff for you to share. Just like the stinking 20 pistachios is all that you are allowed to have. So you do not graze through your snacks and crack open the bag. And that's the kind of stuff I'd rather post or see from other people. Offer that free little tip to them that, you know what portion sizes you're eating. So really, you're doing a program and sharing real life, like Molly said, that Lisa's been doing, but you're not like slamming them with sales crap in your face. Same kind of thing with your workout. And you'll notice even that first week, you're probably going to feel sore, or you're going to experience something fun or new or different, and those are the things that are going to build up momentum these next 2 weeks as you're seeing big changes happen with your nutrition and your plan, your workout plan, that you just literally just share that real life experience with them. And that's going to keep that going. And that's going to keep everybody that's watching you and seeing you, they're going to want to tune in and kind of see what's happening. And that's kind of how you can, and ask a question about it that associates with it, because that's going to be one of those Facebook affinity builders that they're going to see your stuff more often if they like it and if they comment on it. So if you can get them to comment on it, it's even better than getting them to like it. So definitely getting the interaction there, even though you don't have to sell to them, they're seeing it and sharing it. So that's one of the big things. I know we're already at 8:57, but I wanted to make sure that there weren't any questions or things that were going on for you guys too, because Success Club and getting Rank Advanced to Emerald and really getting your own mojo going and sharing that's what's going to really help you out. But it might not be easy for everybody to do that. So I definitely want to hit up questions. And you have a plethora of skilled, magnificent 3 Success Club 10 coaches, boom, in your face. I am not one of them. Ask them some serious questions. And get some serious answers, because obviously they're doing it right. Unmute yourself, ask some questions, go for it. Boom, boom, boom.
All right, well, we're going to give you a homework assignment if you're not going to ask any questions.
Amen, sister. Preach it out there.
I think that you need to post every day this week about something you're eating, you're doing, whatever. And that's just every day. You know what I mean? Put the things that you're putting into your group, just be brave enough to put it on your wall.
Amen. That's awesome.
Have you seen some of the stuff? And I always do it in a self-deprecating way. Like the one I put up today, I got that thing in the mail, and I was psyched when I came home and got that. I got that thing from Melissa or whatever, the scarf. And I was like, no, it's not another selfie of me. I know people are oh geez, her and her selfies. People have said it to my face, but I don't care, because this is how I'm getting my money. So it's called unfollow me or whatever, But I mean, most people aren't mean about it. I'm just saying. I think that just be funny about it. I'm always look, no makeup, and my eyes are swollen shut. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be perfect or whatever. So post every day on your page, and I think and post about the program that you're doing, because I think that's going to be the way that you're going to get your interest. And then I think we need to continue with these scripts. I would say at least reach out to 3 people a day. I mean, 20 was a little bit high, but it's also given me a lot of follow-up. I reached out to 60 people in all, but it gave me more of a chance to follow up. And this week, I'm going to just be brave and kind of tweak it and just do something different. So, I mean, obviously, 60 people, nobody said yes, but that's fine. I don't care. It's fine. That they obviously wanted something, and now they're going to watch my page more, because I bet you they'll ask me later.
For real.
You know what I mean? So reach out to people this week and post on your wall as much as possible.
Lisa, you unmuted yourself. What's up, girl?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I kind of did what Molly did. I printed all of my Facebook contacts, and I think it was oh God, there were 80 names that started with A. And so I crossed out all the men for now, like Molly did. There were 5 that were either pregnant or nursing that I didn't approach. But I ended up sending out, it was 38 scripts or whatever. And it was a lot of like Molly said, like, yeah, thanks for thinking of me, send me more information. And I did all that, and I haven't heard from any of them. So I think my goal for tomorrow is to kind of, send that, hey, like, well, what you thinking kind of thing tomorrow, just to like check back. But I'm with Molly, like, at least they know where to find me if I don't get, anything right now. I don't know. I'm feeling confident that they know, like, call me, So.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Real quick, I just want to like mention something I talked to Stephanie about today, and I just kind of want to reiterate it. Like if somebody is not interested in buying a challenge pack right now, but they just want just like the program or whatever, or they just want Shakeology, once you put them into the group, they see all these people getting so much success and they want to buy it. You know what I mean? And it's not like it's because it's so genuine and we're all really doing it. I have had people that I've put in the challenge group that I've just been like, listen, make me your free coach. I'm going to put you in this challenge group and then we'll see. And they've ended up buying so much stuff from me. And I get points, and then like 6 months later, I've gotten 2 more points from them or whatever, even though I don't think you're supposed to, and then they might take it away, but I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no reason to like ever discount somebody unless they're straight up like, I'm working with another coach and I'm not going to switch to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Laura's done a 24-hour pass, which has been really successful for her. And it's turned around and they've said like, she'll give a 24-hour pass into our group. And then, hey, just check out my group and look how awesome this is. And then one girl spent like 10 minutes in there and texted her back and was like, I'm in.
Dang.
I mean, like just have confidence. Like when I told Stephanie today, I'm like, this is not a problem at all because this person is going to buy down the road and it's going to be next month's 2 points. So sometimes it really does. Pardon?
That 24-hour pass concept, I'm just tossing this out there. I've done that with Beachbody On Demand. I've given my sign-in because I want them to be able to try what that is like, and or I want them to try, it was back with Hammer and Chisel. I wanted them to try it 24 hours. It's like you're basically giving them that carrot, like, oh, that was easy to access. So kind of that same idea. I never had a name for it, but I like that 24-hour pass.
Elaine, I would like to just say I had a girl that was in my group this summer, and she actually became a discount coach, and then she quit doing it, and she's been reaching back out to me. And I gave her my login because she wasn't sure if she wanted Hammer and Chisel or Pio. And I was like, hey, take my thing, try it. And she's like a very trustworthy person or whatever. And she tried it and then was like, okay, I think I really like this. And then the next day she was like, all right, but I'm going to try the Pio and then I'll give it, back to you or whatever. And, she's going to, she actually brought a program. She didn't buy the Shakeology again, but that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a great idea. I haven't thought of that.
Password, as many times as you want on it. So it's not. Another thing, a slow drip idea with, how we have different challenge packs every month. I'm kind of building my plan with Pio. You guys do slow drips, like go to the Pio Workout Facebook page. They have so much great content. Transformations Key to Pio. Use that as your carrot or your slow drip through the month so that people are seeing that, and then you can back it up with a challenge pack image. I kind of have one I just created. I'll throw in our page. But what I mean by slow drip is if they're seeing that frequently, the transformation that's associated with Pio, or kind of some scripts about how it gives you a long, lean, sexy body, higher booty, whatever. You're building an interest, and then you can have that private conversation that, oh, by the way, it's also on a stellar sale this month. So kind of keep that in mind whenever we have our new programs each month, okay? Because, 22-minute hardcore is not for everybody, right? Pio is a perfect counterbalance to it, So use those product pages to gather more information, to gather verbiage, because I'm not a verbiage girl. I don't, so I just grab it, work it into my post.
I like that. And I do that sometimes, but I don't always remember to go back to the product pages because they do put some good stuff on there. Anybody else? No? Lisa's fixing her hair. Are you ready, girl? You knew it was coming. I saw you. All right. Smile pretty, lovely ladies. You guys are gorgeous. Oh, come on, Nicole. Smile up, chick. Got you. Elaine, are you putting your face on? You putting your girl's face on? That's nice. That's the one. I just got it. Okay. Another. I'll try again. Yay. Okay. Awesome. All right, you guys.
Thanks for taking the time to be on this. I think it's huge. I mean, it always makes, my week more productive.
Yes, it does. And I apologize for keeping you 7 minutes past your
Well,
off your brain time.
the